This vlog is sponsored by GoBooney.
Hi guys, I'm Nick, and I've been roaming the open road for 3 years in too many self-built camper vans. I'm currently travelling with my partner Sam, hey, and when we are lucky, my pup Lord Onyx comes for a joyride with us too. Subscribe for van life adventures every week.
Today's episode is part 2 of our Northern Ireland road trip. If you missed part 1, click the card above to catch up, where we moved into our brand new van build, took it for a jolly ride across the Irish Sea, have a blast in Belfast and climbed up a wee mountain in the Mourns. In this week's episode, the adventures continue and the Game of Thrones geeky moments are at an all-time high. We kick off with an epic wild swimming spot and we visit the home of Saint Paddy himself, but as always, it isn't a van life adventure without a few bumps in the road. This time, our inverter goes bye-bye. Good morning guys! Today we are starting off by heading to a wild swimming spot.
And this morning, the proper coffee co pulled up right outside our van, so convenient we got a coffee from him, and he gave us the lowdown of where to go swim, and he showed us some pictures and videos, and it looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and I can hear the water calling now. Let's go.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Whoa! That was a big drop.
I told you
oh my
it was
God.
a big drop.
Okay, hold this. I can't do this.
You can. Let me put some
This is like taller than me.
Yeah, it's taller than me.
Can you put all that
Come here.
down?
Look at this for a spot. Look at that one down there.
I'm gonna do my hair in a minute. I just need to build up. So the last time we bathed was when we were in Kilkeel in the sea. So it's not like the cleanest of baths, especially for like my hair. It just holds all the salt in. So we're looking forward to this, even though it is a little bit refreshing. It's still quite nice for a morning wake up, isn't it?
Oh, stings.
Okay, I'm going in, guys. It's this bit here. Like if you stay here, it's just that bit warmer. Ah! Okay, going under. I'm going to put my hand under. 3, 2, 1. What an amazing wake up that has been. We actually coincidentally parked here just because we needed signal to watch the football. And then we got talking to some locals and we saw some people in like swimming gear heading that way. And they said there was some wild swimming like rock pools down there. It's absolutely lush here and such beautiful weather for Northern Ireland as well. We're literally having the best time. Aren't we? Having the best time? Absolutely. Woo!
We could have easily stayed at this magical spot for the rest of the week, as there were so many more rock pools to explore, but it was time to say our goodbyes once again and head to our next stop, Newcastle. Newcastle is a small seaside resort where we grabbed some supplies and tried the weirdest and most delicious thing, chips covered in garlic mayo and sweet chili sauce. Give it a go guys, I think you'll love it too.
I got Reese's Pieces, my favourite peanut butter.
Right guys, we're just going to take a moment to give a huge shout out to GoBooney for keeping the wheels rolling on today's episode. I've spoke to you about them before, but if you've missed it, GoBooney is a motorhome sharing platform aiming to get motorhome owners in touch with motorhome lovers. Their platform is an easy and secure way to hire out your camper van and earn an extra bit of income whilst your van isn't in use. I checked out their income calculator, and if I rented out LL, my old van, I could make approximately £7,000 a year. It's definitely a route I'm going to explore when I'm back from this trip. GoBooney understand that us van owners truly value our little homes on wheels. That's why they have policies in place to protect our homes and a dedicated team that makes sure if any issues, they're addressed. Not only this, but as van owners, we can decide how we want to hire out our homes, whilst GoBooney handle the rest, such as payments, contracts, and the booking system. Simple. If you'd like to list your van with GoBooney, head to the link in my description below and use my code NickRomes to receive a free professional photo shoot for your camper van or motorhome, valid until the 30th of September 2021. Now let's get back to the adventures. All aboard the Samwell Express! Woo, woo, woo!
So yesterday we decided to head more north and we stopped off at a viewpoint looking over across the Mourne coast.
And there were wild seals there. It was really, really cool. It was just a kind of random stop off though, which was 10 minutes away from this location. Where are we? Winterfell! So we are currently in Castle Ward, which is a filming location for Game of Thrones, famously known for Winterfell. So right behind us is Winterfell Castle.
This is the map of Castle Ward.
And Sam's been really good and gone on the internet and found all of the locations that the Game of Thrones bits were filmed. So we're just basically doing our own trail around here to see them all.
And we're going to make our way around to where Bran fell off the tower, and I'm going to push Nico and reenact it.
Oh great, thanks. The scene I'm looking forward to see the most is actually the one where Arya shoots the bow and arrow in season 1 at the very beginning, and she proves that women are amazing. We've headed more north to crack on with our 4-week road trip. So we've been taking the first week rather slowly. We've just pulled into a car park in Belfast. Sam's gonna go find some running shoes. And it's a shithole. So I'm gonna be left in the van doing work in this state. A whittling knife. I'll need more than a whittling knife to survive my evening here. You best crack on so I'm not left here for too long.
Rated 1 star.
1 star on Park for Night. That's why you shouldn't have come here. Yeah, we're not actually going to stay the night here. We are going to continue after he's found some running shoes. So you best jog on.
We found ourselves in Whitehead, another small seaside town where remnants of the fires lit from the night before as part of the 12th celebration still remained. It was late, so we went straight to bed, only to be awoken by an alarm going off at 4 AM. Our inverter had gone RIP. Fortunately, we had our Jackery on board for backup.
So this is our current setup. We have the 100-watt solar panel facing the little sun because it's a bit cloudy. We've got our Jackery power bank, charging Sam's laptop, who is currently looking at how to fix the inverter.
I don't know what it could be, you know. I can't, there's no testing that I can do. Get off you, bitch!
Should we just kick it?
I think we might have to, you know. Please help. Please help us. Please help us.
Morning guys, so yesterday was a bit of a disaster for us, which is why I didn't film too much because we were just stressed. So as you know, the inverter went. We are just going to replace it, otherwise it will take weeks to send it back to the supplier for them to test it and things like that. It was an Amazon purchase, so we can just refund it and then buy a new one. Today is Thursday, but we won't be able to get it until Monday. That's the soonest Amazon can deliver to a locker, as obviously we're having to use lockers as we're on the road. And then also yesterday, like, I was editing my vlog, finalising it, so this would have been the Sunday just gone, and I'd used a GoPro for all my footage, and I was just really disappointed with the quality of the audio and all of it, to be honest. So it was taking me ages to try to talk because I'm not the best at like Premiere Pro and stuff, so I apologise if last week's vlog was a bit poop. Anyway, I have now organised a refund on my GoPro and everything, and I'll be getting a new camera. So right now I'm back to my Canon G7 Mark X2, so I apologise if the footage kind of like flips between the two, but yeah, the reason why I can't use this camera properly going forward as well is because it's just on its last legs. It only records for about 30 to 60 seconds. I'm actually surprised because it's now at 1 minute 20, so it's doing pretty well, maybe because it's had a little rest for a few weeks, I don't know. Anyway, right now we're really fortunate to have our Jackery, so we've got that set up outside, the solar facing the sun, and it's just pulling in the same amount as we're using, which is good, so it'll just keep the power steady. I charged it on the mains at Sam's house before we left just to make sure we had a spare power bank, but just in case, and it has come in handy, unfortunately, for that reason. Anyway, so later on we are going to be going on a bit of an adventure. We have a really cool hike planned, and then also a bit of wild swimming because we are in need of a bath. So we've just drove 10 minutes down the road to the Gobbins Visitor Centre. Well, actually, we drove to the Gobbins footpath and then realised we had to book on to be able to do it. I just thought it was a free-for-all kind of thing. Got here and they say they're fully booked until next Thursday, so another one of my travel fails. I'm about to deliver the news to Sam, so we'll see what's next on the itinerary. Sam? I just spoke to the guys at the visitor centre. Yeah. They're fully booked and you can't walk down, you need access via a ticket. Oh, you've just made a sandwich for us as well. So.
Can't be eating.
You're eating? What are you eating?
I was getting the energy in to walk.
What, so you went to the cafe and got food and come back? So I was over there. I actually went to their toilets as well to give myself a little bit of a clean up, so it has been a worthy trip. So yeah, basically we can't go until next Thursday if we want to go.
Next Thursday?
I even played the sob card that we're from England, we didn't know. They didn't care. They were just like, yeah, not till next Thursday. So they said the similar Gobbins path is the one at Whitehead where we just were, so we'd have to go back to do that path, which has got like the caves and the bridges and stuff. So we could do that, going back 10 minutes, or we just move on to the wild swimming spot.
I say we swim.
Okay, so we're gonna do the similar walk to the Gobbins path at Whitehead, which we were right next to anyway, and then we're gonna go wild swimming because we really fancy a bit of a walk because we had a van day yesterday, so hardly moved. So let's go. hot out today, and that walk was very steep. We are very sweaty, so we're heading to the waterfall where you can wild swim to cool off and have our weekly bath. And we're also officially on the Causeway coastal route, which is from Belfast all the way through to Londonderry. So we slightly went off it when we headed to Whitehead, which is where we were for the past 2 nights, but we are now back on track, ready for an epic adventure. Woo! Woo!
So we just had our second go at wild swimming while we're in Ireland. It's a beautiful little waterfall, a little bit shaded, and the water gets a little bit murky.
It's very fairy tale-esque, in my opinion.
You can't really see what's under there or how deep it is, and I think a fish swam a little bit close to Nico's bum. So.
Nearly went up there. No, it was beautiful once again. On the hygiene department, we do have a shower on board. We have a geyser, which you kind of plug into the carport and it turns on the water pump and stuff, which is pretty cool. We also just have a bucket so we can have like a portable shower head and things like that. But we have been trying to make the most out of wild swimming, and so far I have done the sea only, which was interesting because I thought I'd feel like really gross after that, but I didn't. My hair felt maybe a little bit like rough and ready, but in a nice way. I thought it looked nice. And then Bloody Bridge was like really fresh water, so that felt really good. And this one, as we said, is a little bit murky, and my hair feels like it's got like a layer of oil on it. I don't know if that's because I now haven't shampooed my hair in a week and a half. No, a week. We've been here a week. Or if it's the water. So I'm still trying to like figure things out. Worst case scenario, we'll just stop off at a campsite to have like a proper shower one day. But right now, we're enjoying the wild swim. So we headed to a park up on Park the night. It's in a really busy like beach town. However, this park up has a tap, so we wanted to go there so we could fill up, because obviously we lost quite a lot of water last week when one of our pipes burst. So we're kind of waiting until it dies down a bit, and we've just pulled into this car park here and we've got it all to ourselves, and we've got some beautiful sea views. Sam has been working out. We've been attempting to charge the Jackery. The sun is just moving over now, so we need to shift it. And then once it goes quiet again in the beach town, we're going to head back that way and get some water this evening.
We've been on the road for just over a week now, and I think it's about time I had a hair trim. So let's do a van life style with a beard trimmer.
Oh, get the camping chairs out.
Yeah, you're going to cut my hair for me?
Yeah, we'll set up a nice little view. You know, like, is it the Lloyd's advert? I think it's a Lloyd's advert when they're like, have you ever had your hair cut in Snowdon? Or you can now say, have you ever had your hair cut at the beach? Yeah, it is. I've seen it. It's definitely an ad.
I feel like I'm a monk being admitted into a monastery. Please don't go over the line. I can't just like scratching my ear.
I think I've done an alright job at it. Come have a look. I need to brush it off a bit. What do you think?
Let me see.
You're happy? Mm-hmm. Yay!
There he is.
I have left that patch here because the hairdresser before, as you can see, cut it wonky. So I've done a better job than them. So we've just just had dinner and I forgot to show it off to you guys. I rarely cook, so when I do, I always film it, just so it looks like I do things around here. But typically, Sam is Levant chef. Anyway, we're now heading to get some water because we have completely ran out. So we're hoping that the town is a little bit quieter because we weren't able to get the van close enough to the tap with all the cars around. And then we're gonna head back here to sleep. We've got here and the tap is like a push down tap with no screw end to attach the hose. Obviously it's our first week in the van and we rushed off really quickly, so we don't even just have like a spare bottle of water to be able to carry around with us and just tip it in. We did buy a little funnel though, so we could put a bottle of water in, but we don't have a bottle, so this is the tap. That is what we're working with. So it doesn't look like today's going down very well, but at least we had a good start. What we're gonna do is just put our hose onto it and just see if the water goes around. If it does, we'll then move the van over, and if it doesn't, we'll cry.
What?
It's just filling up at the top. There's no pressure at all, this is not gonna happen. Plan B, let's find a shop, get some water for tonight.
Yeah,
and then we can just tip it in and out and do a couple of runs. If we have like a 5 litre bottle and we've got a 65 litre tank, that will take about 13 bottles of water to fill it up, but as long as we can get half of it, that'll be alright.
I gave the Halfway House Hotel a call and they said that it's fine to just get down and grab some water off them.
In exchange for a beer?
In exchange for a beer.
Always in exchange for a drink or food when you go to like pubs and restaurants and stuff to use their services. You can also actually park up at their car park overnight, kind of similar to a Brit stop when it's in exchange for food and water, but our van doesn't fit it in their barriers anyway.
This is the best exchange for water I've ever had.
Chin chin. And also, look at the view, as I always say. Perfecto. Morning guys, it is another beautiful day here in Northern Ireland. Check this out. We are still at the park up that I showed you yesterday. It's just so peaceful. We have had the slowest of mornings today and it has been bliss. Absolutely what I wanted out of van life. But today is Friday, so it's going to be the weekend, and as we're not desperate for signal across the weekend, we're going to head back inland to a mountain, to some forest, etc. So if there isn't any signal, it's not too big of a problem, and then by Monday we're going to come back to the coastline and continue the Causeway coastal route.
After a tough day yesterday, we decided to head out on a truly Irish adventure. 15 miles inland in Ballymena, Slemish mountain lies, which is where Saint Patrick himself, the patron saint of Ireland, was once enslaved. It is said that during his 6 years here, he developed into the saintly man he would become. This mountain, also an extinct volcano, stands tall at 437 metres and has the most spectacular views of the Antrim County. It really is a must visit.
So we're not even up the mountain yet and we've already got beautiful views of the Antrim County. It's just a really nice day. I'm actually worried about climbing it now because it's 20 degrees and I get like overheated really easily. I don't sweat, so I don't cool off very well. So I'm probably gonna suggest to wait it out a couple more hours and then go up in the evening when it's a bit cooler, maybe. I don't think I'll make it. Right guys, we are officially ready to climb this mountain. I've got my hat on, my glasses on.
And I've got my t-shirt off.
Yeah, we're all creamed up and everything.
Oiled.
I'm actually, or oiled. I'm actually dreading it a little bit because, as I said, I get hot very, very easily. So we're gonna take it slow, aren't we? I think we're a third of the way up now. What do you think, Sam?
I think we're about a quarter.
So we've had to take a break because my head has just started thumping. We're probably 2/3 of the way up now, and it's only 450 meters tall, so I know I can do it, but it's just so bloody hot. And we're on the side of the mountain that the sun is beating down on, so I've sat down and the breeze has started to come through, which is good, and we can see a cloud in the distance coming this way, so I'm excited for that. And look at Sam, bless him. He's literally he is being my sun guard. He's literally stood in front of the sun just to block it from me. What a little hero. So and once we get to the top, which we've got to get to the top because this is where Saint Patrick used to live, and there's like a cross at the top in tribute to him and things like that. So of all mountains you've got to climb in Northern Ireland, I feel like this is the one, so we've got to get to the top. There's no turning back now.
This is the final stretch. You got this. Here we go. Let's go pay tribute to Patrick. It's okay.
Woo! We made it. That was a very minging Clive. Clive? Who's Clive?
Who's Clive?
I was going to say that was a really minging climb. I'm so glad to be back. I've just washed my face, but I've left the water on to try and cool off.
It was very sticky, but hopefully we get a nice golden tan.
Yeah. So where to next?
I think we're going to go to Glenarith Forest Park so we can actually swim.
Wild swimming.
Cool
Cooled
down.
off. Yeah, let's do
very
that.
hot.
Let's go. Anyway guys, we're going to call that a wrap on today's vlog, and we'll catch you next week where we'll be kicking off once again with another epic wild swimming spot. If you've enjoyed coming along on our road trip with us, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe and turn on those notifications, and we'll catch you on the road next week. Ciao!